All right, let's do this. Welcome to January 2026. I'm currently trying out a new idea where each month I will continue to have a monthly vlog, but in addition to that, I will attempt a secondary video where I'll focus on something else because my vlogs, generally speaking, are focused on things that I've done during the month, either trips, maybe a recipe that I like during a particular time of season, things like that. I've decided to make a secondary video where I do something else. The something else for January is I'm going to be doing a few different crafts and I'm going to be filming the process. For starters, I'm going to be repairing a couple of things. One thing I'm going to be fixing is a Christmas ornament. This just happened today. The hot glue failed on this little angel ornament and she hangs from the back of her head. Her wing tore on the way down. So I'm gonna try and repair that. I made this in Girl Scouts when I was probably 9 or 10 and it looks like I've already repaired one of the wings. The foam is just really delicate at this point. I guess that's what happens with things like this after over 20 years of existing on this planet. It just is starting to fall apart. The second thing I'm going to be fixing is a wedding gift. This is totally my fault. No one else did this but me. So this is a crystal carriage and I was moving something above it while this was sitting on the shelf and I knocked off the little spire. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of hot glue to put it back together there. Hot glue is coming out, but it's a little hard to push out. So I'm just gonna peel the old glue off of where the head goes and I'll just put new glue on top. All right, let's start with the head. All right, it looks like she's back on. I'm gonna try and get rid of the excess glue on the inside without breaking what I just did. Where is she? She's looking a lot better now. I'll probably put her back on the tree and let her hang for the next week. Currently January 4th today. Let's go ahead and put that spire back on top. It won't take much glue. Well, that was a pretty quick fix. Right. Dog on this side. There, I think that works. Alrighty. Finish off by putting this lassie back on the tree. There she is, tucked in there. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be finishing up a project that I started a while back. I had started a mock-up of an idea for a wall art, and this is my draft. So a unicorn that has been wounded and in old script, but did you die? I don't know where the word die went, but you get the idea here. And then I have also gone to the next step of making a closer mock-up, and it looks a lot better on camera than it is in real life, but if you look really closely you can see the inconsistency in the saturation of the color. You can see here where it's really sloppy because I had to go in and use white out to clean up the edges a little bit, and this was mainly to figure out placement and what I wanted it to look like. I still need to work on some of the weight of the letters. As you can see, I don't like how thin the weight of the lines are for the letters up here, and then it gets a lot heavier down here. So I need to work on consistency a bit. Originally, I thought this was going to be a ink and paper project, but I've decided to pivot and I'm going to be using gouache instead. So Hopefully these are still good. These gouaches did make that piece of work behind me. This was one of the final projects for that class. It's a color wheel. And I also have in front of me a video that I will be playing in the background, so I will be listening as I do this. So I probably will be going in and out of talking to you guys. It's going to be a little bit clunky. This is the first time I'm doing something like this for an extended period of time. So let's see how this goes. I'm just so excited to get to painting, I guess, but I really should draft it out in pencil before I do that. Let me readjust you again. I did the boring part, and I apparently wasn't recording, but I just measured out a square and put washi tape down so that I know I am in the center of the page. And also, dog feeding station is here, so if we hear munchin, that would be why. I'm making a decision now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my unicorn first, and then I will worry about the font later. So you can see my sketch, my gouache, testing, and everything else. I shoved it all to the side so I could have lunch, but then I realized I have a lot of other stuff I need to get to today. So this and the video attached to it is on hold. It's days later, and I'm just getting back to this. So I think I'm to the point that I need to paint. Pretty sure, almost positive. Here's my carnage. And then this is what we've got. Cool. Alright, there it is. Final step, I just have to find a frame for this.